Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special video as I am updating on you guys on all things planning and budgeting. How am I doing it? What has changed? What resources am I using? And just giving you like a really open and transparent way of how we are shifting and taking control and stewarding what we've been given. So if you'd like to hear more, then let's get started. Hey you, did you hit that play button for the very first time? Well, welcome to this channel. I am Tasha. This is Tasha Pivots, where we talk about all things mamahood and homeschool and how I'm pivoting through this journey. And you know, I started sharing with you guys probably early last year. It started with me sharing like a spreadsheet of how I was budgeting and preparing for the homeschooling year of 2021, 2022. And, you know, a lot of people asked me for the spreadsheet. I was having a little bit of technical difficulty, but none to say I did that. And then I remember sharing with you guys about 5 months ago, my little system of envelopes and how I was trying to like be careful of how much I was spending on books and all the different things. And you know, it worked, but it didn't work in the same way that my heart posture changed and my mind was changing about how I see money and how we utilize money in our home. And so this last couple months, I have been really just trying to figure out how can we best utilize what God has given us. We are a one income family home for the most part. And with a growing family, you know, things feel like they're being stretched or you feel like you're not really prepared. And so I wanted to really walk into 2022 being as prepared as I possibly can. Now, that doesn't mean that I've got it all together and that, you know, if a wave came, I was ready for it per se, but I do feel like I'm way more equipped. And so I wanted to take this time to share with you guys my planning systems, what I'm using. I'm going to share some resources and I hope it encourages you guys. So let's dive right in. First, I want to share my personal planners again and just kind of explain how that's working and how that's helping me. The first one I shared probably briefly in a couple of videos. I've never like made a big deal about it. But I share with you guys in 2022's in Mama Intentions that like planning is really important to me. And this one is just a basic Target planner that I found. I bought this a long time ago, but obviously this is new. This is my daily planner. This is the one I write in every day of like, okay, this is what we got to do today. Or I'll write in it at the early part of the week if I already know some things are already happening and reminders that I need to have in here. And that's it for this one. The other one I shared with you guys, I think twice. This is my new one and it's literally my favorite. Like I'm obsessed with the size. I'm obsessed with this vegan leather cover that I bought from a small company in Spain. And I'm just like, it was my birthday, or not my birthday, it was my Christmas gift to myself. And so, yeah, let's open this up. I talked about how it's this little Hobonichi weeks folder. I like the size of it. I have my reading log in here. I have my gratitude journals daily that I write in here. I can look at things on a weekly and monthly basis. I use it as a wallet as well now. And then I have my little grocery list book that I got from Paper and Cats. I'm going to link literally everything I share with you today. I'm going to try to link it down below. And so this is where I write our groceries. I write what we're going to have for the week for dinner and what I need to pick up. And I love this because now I no longer have to jot it on a piece of paper, then take it with me to the store. Like I have it here. And then not only that, like if I want to make those things again, I just go back and I'm like, okay, that's what I need. Perfect. I don't even have to make a whole new sheet for it. So love this. And I'm almost thinking about if it's permittable that I'll get another one, but it will become my dailies and I won't use this big one because this is light and easy to fit in my bag. And when I have a diaper bag, it won't feel overwhelming to me. So there's that. Those are my planning systems that I'm currently using. Now, I'm going to get right into the financial part of things. Like I said, we are a one income home family for the most part, and we have a lot of change happening from moving to baby coming to just wanting to steward our money well, honestly, is the basis of it. And I remember sharing these little folders with you guys, and I was making them on my own. I didn't know really what I was doing to the fullest extent, but now I do, and I want to share with you guys how I'm doing it. First, I don't want anyone to feel judged or feel that they have to do it this way. I know some people love to plan and budget digitally. Some wives don't do it at all. Their husband takes care of all of it, and that's okay too. I have always, in the last 10 years of my marriage, been the one that kind of does all the paperwork on end of it, and then me and my husband kind of share the way we handle things. But my husband and I have really been growing, and we've really been trying to make changes and really learn, honestly. We grew up in a non-financial literacy family. Our family lived paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, borrowed from, everybody. And so we just don't want to live like that. We want the generational curse to end with us. And so this is the way we're doing it for 2022. And I thought how awesome it would be to share with you guys as much as I possibly can. So these are no longer used the way that they were being used when I first shared with you guys about this. This first one is my variable spending, which means this is what we have on a daily, weekly, monthly basis of what we've got to cover. I'm going to show you guys the inside. I still have the envelopes that I originally showed you guys, but I don't have the same sheets. It's very more organized and put together. So as you can see, this one says rent because that's real. Gas, groceries, and then on the back it has like the little, I'm not going to do a close-up of that because those are real numbers, but that's household. So my Target runs, my Costco run, I need toilet paper, I need toothpaste, toiletries, all those things, goes here. That's and then there's internet because I pay internet, electricity, car loan, and then fund money is in here. There's probably one more envelope that should be in here, but this is the basis of like my main variables. Rent doesn't always stay in here unless I'm collecting for the coming month that's coming ahead of us. So that's why that's there. The next one I have, this is my sinking funds. If you don't know what that is, you're like, what the heck is she talking about? Sinking funds are like everything that you're going to possibly need, but you don't need it right now, but you're saving for it so that when it happens, you have it. That is probably the most mind-shifting thing that we've had going on in our home of like, if there was something wrong with our car, do we have it? We're not using credit cards. I'm just be honest with y'all. We don't have any credit cards. We don't have like some large 3 to 6 month savings because we just didn't know better. And so when you know better, you do better, right? So sinking funds is like, to me, it's like a savings in categories that like we don't think about until it happens. And so I started this in December, and me and my husband have been really just rooting each other on. It's almost a challenge between us of like, don't slip up. Nope, we're going to do it. And so I want to show these to you. There are 2 companies that I use for these really cute little covers that I'm using, and I'll link them down below. The first one is Jordan Budgets. She's here on YouTube. I want to shout her out. We've never met. We've never talked, but I wanted to support her. She's a single mom of 2 boys. She homeschools one's in a private school, and she is just thriving on this space. She creates this in her little Etsy shop, these covers, and her whole thing is about budgeting. And I fell upon it by washing dishes one day. Now, when I want to say this first and preface, I've always known about the Dave Ramsey, the envelope system, sinking funds, snowballing. I know all of that, but it still just didn't make sense to us in our lives. And it also just felt so like I still needed someone to sit with me and do it. And so I've known about it for years, okay? But after this season, for some reason, like the Lord just was like, but are you gonna steward well? And I was like, okay. So all that to say in that spiel, I'm just gonna show you guys. So this is emergency savings here. She made all these little cool ones. I'm going to show you some extra ones I have here. She has ones for almost every category. And then the other ones you'll see, like the one in the other envelope that already had it written out and scripted. That is from Duffy Designs. She's on Etsy as well. I found hers first before I found these. But I love this system because you can color them in. Every time you add the amount that you put for each one, you can color it in. I love that because it makes me want to just keep going to it. So this is my medical. Then, of course, this is car maintenance. This is debt, moving, baby savings. And then this one is homeschool. So this one's going to get taken out because in a few minutes, I'm going to show you guys what my homeschooling ones look like now. Okay, so then you've got kids, no, that's date night because you still got to date your spouse. And then clothing, and then vacation, winter vacation, and then happy birthday to like save up for birthdays. And we've got a few coming up. Okay, so there's that. And for each one of those, you color it in for every amount that you accumulate. So those are my sinking funds for now. I'm actually waiting on one more of these covers that I got from Amazon. I got the envelopes from Amazon as well. I think the total amount for that is like $15. And because I think the covers are like $8, but these slips on the inside are 11 or something like that. Again, I'll link it down below. I take it one step further and I use this binder, okay? Because I'm old school. I can make a spreadsheet all day long, but when you ask me to go back to that spreadsheet, I'll be like, I don't want to figure it out. I didn't go to school for accounting. I'm self-taught and I like to write things down and add them up and write it all out. So all that to say, I used an old binder I already had. That is the wrong way. There we go. And I found this printout through Etsy as well. And it goes weekly budget. So it has the weekly budget and then it has a monthly budget. And I love this because we get paid weekly. And so it has a section for you to put income. That is, your paycheck amount, your extra income, your total. It has your expenses, your cash envelopes, your sinking funds, your debt, and your savings. It has a section for all of it. And when I tell you I'm using it, okay? And then I have a few extra slots in between. And now you've got my budget, my monthly budget. So you will add up whatever that is. So I had mine for December and I filled it all in to see where we were at. That is something I'm doing now every week, whether that is Sunday's the new part of the week, and I'll sit down and I'll make sure I've added everything up. And what am I budgeting for? It has a budgeting column and then an actual column. So that is coinciding with these, okay? So now I'm going to show you homeschool. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. It is a very packed video today. So that I have another envelope or hard leather cover coming. And I made some homeschooling ones that I want to show you guys. Now, before I had like a list, y'all, I'm glad y'all were just rooting me on because that was a hot mess when I think about it. But like the backs have the sections where you can say the date, the description of what that's for, the amount, and then balance. You can put when you take it out. It's almost like balancing a checkbook in a sense. But I just love, again, it's saving for what's to come and then putting them in direct categories, because the bank can't do that for you unless you have several savings accounts, which that's fine too, but that's a lot. Whereas I have it physically and I can see what am I putting every dollar to, and then letting it accumulate and then being prepared. So I'm going to show you guys some of the homeschool options that I came up with that are not anything out of the ordinary. Again, this is from Duffy Designs. She has a kid's cash envelopes. Hers are physical envelopes you can actually put together if you wanted to and laminate them. I just like these plastic covers because they have a zip closure, and if it gets wet, I can wipe it off. It doesn't mess up the money or the print or anything. So all that to say, here's the first one. We've got curriculum. Then you've got supplies. This is all of our markers, pens, crowns, ink, paint, whatever we're gonna need as far as supplies, it's gonna be prepared in here. We've got one for extracurricular activities. I've got Girl Scouts, I've got piano, we've got gymnastics, those types of things go here. Then you've got books and resources. Y'all know how much I love reading and buying books, but we need to be on a budget and we need to make sure that if it's in here, it's in here. If we don't have it, then I guess it's on our list and we'll get it when we can. So there's that. And then field trips, because we're still gonna have field trips, especially with 3 kids and a baby. Well, the baby's in the 3 kids. We're gonna need some time to get out of the house and we wanna be prepared for that. One thing I did notice with the Jordan Designs one, she has categories as if, you know, not necessarily for homeschool, so that's why I made those ones. But she does have one for yearly memberships. I love this because I do have a membership to Barnes and Noble. You know, you have memberships to museums, and you want to be able to save up for those so that when the time comes to repay for the year, you ready, okay? She has one for sports. I thought this was really cool to save up for when my kids want to go ahead and save. They want to do soccer or they want to do softball or whatever it is. We're prepared for it. Here's a Christmas one I already have ready for the new year, at the end of the year. And then there's one for picture day. Of course, my kids don't technically go take pictures anywhere. But I like taking family pictures, and you know, it used to be like, oh, but can we do that this year? Or, and I'm not doing that anymore. If it's in here and it's been prepared and it's a priority, it's getting done. And then again, like I said, she has so many different she has like little kits that you can buy, like 16, and you print them out, you use what you want. I'm even thinking about post baby getting one for self-care so that I can have money towards therapy. I can have money towards which to me, again, I'm going to say self-care, soul care, therapy, getting my hair done once every 3 months, getting my nails or getting a pedicure. Those things that we have to intentionally, as moms, as stay-at-home moms, as homeschooling moms, we actually have to think about putting ourselves first. That allows that. So she has one for that. She has challenges. If you have $1 or $10, and once you've colored all the flowers in, you can then take that money and put it into a different fund that you're saving for. If you're into the planning world like I am, there's a planning one. There's a cruise, which I don't plan on going on any cruises anytime soon. But there's back to school. Oop, I just dropped that one. But like, if you have, say you're homeschooling one kid, but you've got a kid that's in school and you need to save up for when the fall comes and you're ready to do that. She has one. Say your phone and broke and you're trying to get a new one, but you don't feel like paying that large fee for it. We can save for that. House savings, student loans, and tuition. And there's just so many more, but I don't want to hold you guys up too much longer. As I was saying, there's so many different ways you can do it. I hope this has encouraged you guys. If you have questions, you have thoughts about what I've shared today, put those down in the comments below. I'll answer them as best as I can. When that homeschooling one comes, I'll be sure to even set that up and like maybe flip through and show you guys when the time comes of how much I've put towards each category so that you know this is what it looks like for my family and homeschool and what we're spending. I have no problem sharing that with you guys. Yeah, again, leave all the details below if you like. If you have a system that's been working for you, leave that down there. It may be something I'll look into in the future, or it could be for another mom who's watching this video. Again, all details down in the description below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this video. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.